Jai Swaminarayan student. Today we are going to start the revision on the Python series. So today we are going to see the list and tuples in the Python. In the 11th standard, we are discuss about the uh, data types used in the Python, which are two type, that is mutable and immutable. Okay, so what is meant by the mutable? Mutable, it means the modifiable. It can be changed even in the runtime, and immutable, it cannot be changed. Once it load the data, we cannot edit it. Okay, so list is the mutable data types. We know that we can change the list at the runtime of program. First we see the list introduction. This is just a revision video series for the list and the tuples. Revision list. What is the list? List is just like the array which store the element. But what is the basic difference between array and the list? Array store the data which are same data type. It means it contain the integer data types, floating data types. Okay, while the list contain the various types of data types, just like integer, float, character, string. So for this, I have taken the example of student. Here student I have declared as a variable where it contain the list, where it can contain the first 10. 10 means a integer data type. Then the double inverted comma, that is written as a string, that is a amar. Then again single inverted comma, single character is there, m. Then 50, 55, these are the integer numbers which are considered as grade. So here I have taken the one student data. 10 is the roll number, you can say. Amar is the name of that student. M represent the sex of that student, that is male. Then 50, 55, these are the grade he achieved in the last examination. Okay. In example 2, we can see the how we create the empty list. Acha, one more difference between list and tuple. The list is created by using this square bracket. Okay, while in the tuple we have to give the round bracket. This is the very much important difference while declaring the list and tuples. So how we create the empty list? Simply uh, define the list, that e list, any name you can give, equal to, that is assignment operator we can take, and just give this round square bracket. Okay, and no element in that list, it is called as the empty list. Then indexing plus slicing, these are the two operations which are we can perform on the list. For example, we see the indexing. What is the indexing? So in the student, in this list, each element is associated with the different indexing value. For example, 10, it having the indexing value 0. The indexing value start from 0 to n minus 1, that is number of element minus 1. Okay, so 10 is present at the 0th index. Amar, that is the string, present at the 1th index. So these are the indexing. Suppose we want to print student 1, so it will give the result like the Amar, because the indexing from 0 and 1. So and the 1th index answer will be the Amar. Okay, so this one represent the indexing value. Okay, next is the slicing. We know that what is meant by slicing, a small part from that element. Okay, what is meant by slice? A small part, a individual part itself is a part of that element. So if we want to slice the list, if you want to perform the slicing on the list, we can use this concept. This 0 represent the starting value, these 3 represent the ending value. You can take any value 0 and 3, and 1 represent the step value. The difference between the two elements, that is called as the step value. For example, if the slicing we operate in the above list, so 0, that is it will start from 10, 1, 2, 3. So 10 to 50 it will consider, because the ending value is a 3. Okay, and the difference is step value. What is the step value here? 1. So it means one uh, one element difference will be there. So answer will be the 10. Answer will be the 10, Amar and M. Okay. Next, example 3, if we want to print all the elements, simply we have to give inside the list the two column. So it will give the all the element present in the list. Hope you understand this thing. If you have any query, just put in the comment box. Okay. Because if you don't know this basic of the list, we cannot perform the other list methods, other operation on the list. Okay. Just go through it once. Next, so how we create the list with integer number? Simply we can take the integer number, we assign this number to a one variable and we print that list. So simply it will give the integer number list. How we create the list with string? Same concept is there, but in the string you have to write the string inside the two inverted commas. Okay. So same thing we are following. And how we create the list with different data types. So see here, example is there, 10, 20, these are the integer data type, 1.5, 6.7, these are the floating data types, ram itself a string, and this single m stand for the character. So in the third example we are taking the different type of data types. This cannot be happen in the array. Array should be collection of similar data types. Either it will contain only integer data types, either it will contain only the floating data types, either it will contain only the characters, either it will contain the strings. Okay. So these are the benefit rather than the array in the list in the Python. So this how we print this? This %d/t is for the spacing purpose, %d is for the format specifier. Okay. So once you print this, you will get the output as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So student, just go through your Python IDE, open this Python IDE on your system and just type it once, then you will get the solution. Okay. Then how we create the list using range? So same range function we have to use. Just create one variable, then you have to use list. List keyword is there, then range function, and apply the range function, that is starting value, ending value, and the step value. It will automatically create the list. Okay. So you can use the range function also for creating the list. Next, these are the some functions. These are the some operations we can see by you on the list we can perform. Just for the creation, append. Append means if we want to add certain element in the element, so we can go directly list dot append, and we can write the value inside that append functions. Okay. Then update, you can say if we want to replace the number, so simply we have to give the list plus indexing value. If we want to store this 8 number inside the one index in the list, so simply list in bracket we can give the index value equal to 8, so it will gives you 18349. So in this example we can see the 2 is replaced by the 8 because we are updating now. Okay. So this can be used by updating method. This is the another method for updation, 1 and 3 starting value, ending value, 10 and 11. Okay. So these are the method for the updating value in the list. Delete, if we want to delete particular element, we can give by using the indexing value. If we want to delete just list one, first element we want to delete, so here you can see first index is the delete, it will start 1 11 4 9. Okay. So simply by using indexing method you can delete it, update it, append it. Okay. So that's why indexing and slicing, these are the mainly two methods used on the list, two basic operations on the list we can say. Then remove, same, dot remove you have to use, and for the reverse, dot reverse you have to use. These are the certain operations used on the list. I have already taught you in the 11th standard, just go through it and do the practice on the Python IDE. Without practice it won't be happen. Okay. I will provide you some programming concept, I will provide you some basic programming list which you have to perform on the your Python IDE. Okay, on the desktop. Just do the daily practice on this, it will help you. Next, how we merge the two lists, that is concatenation. Simple है. x में एक लिस्ट लेना है, y में दूसरी लिस्ट लेना है, और सिंपली प्रिंट x प्लस y. So that is a plus operator we can use. Okay, so which operator we can use for merging the two lists? That is a plus operator. So it will give the final result print x plus y. So simply all the elements should be in the one list then. Then repetition of list, if we want to repeat the same list, so simply we have to use the multiplication operator. Suppose 10, 20, 30, we have to again repeat this list. So simply what we'll do, print x multiplication 2 times because we want repetitions. Okay, we want to 3 times, so simply multiplication into 3. So that is the repetition of list we can use by this operator, multiplication operator. Next is the membership of list. We know that the two operators, that is in and not in, these are the two membership operator used in the list. Just we have to check whether the particular element is present in the list or not. So answer will be true or false. The return value for this operation is should be the true or false. Okay, so in and not in. So for example, if we are assign the list as 1 2 3 4 5 inside the x variable, and a is equal to 3, and we write print a in x. So here we are checking whether 3 is present in the list or not. So if it is a present, return value should be the true. Okay, and if it is not, so it will be the false. For example, in the another example, here we can see x is equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Here the list is associated with the x variable. A is equal to 7. Here a not in x. So we are checking whether a means 7 is not in x. So here in this case answer will be the true because 7 is not the part of this list. Okay. So these are these two membership operators we can use in the list. Then aliasing and cloning. What is meant by aliasing? Make a copy of giving the another name to that list. Cloning, exact copy of that list, that is a cloning. Okay, so how we can make it? Suppose we are associate those elements in list x. Here we are creating the one list x equal to 10 20 30 40. Now we are copying this list another variable. Okay, so this x should be x equal to y. It means that the element which are present in the list, that should be copied into the y. So new name for that list, what it can be? Y. So whatever operation we will perform after y equal to x, we have to perform on the basis of y only. Okay, so that is the aliasing, giving the name. Then cloning, how we make a copy? So simple, we are associating x is equal to, okay, this list we are assigning here, then y equal to x whole we want to copy this, so simply x dot copy we can write. Okay, and if we want to add another number, so by using indexing method you can update again. Okay, so these are the operations where we can aliasing and make a cloning of that list. These are new to you, just go through it once. If you not understand, just comment me in the comment box, I will help you out. Then these are the four exercise I am giving to you. Just do solve it and do the practice. These same questions I will provide you as an assignment. Submit your solution in file, any image file you can submit. You can write this program in your desktop Python software. Just run it and send me the solution also. Output screenshot you can send. Simply take a screenshot and send me back. I will check it out. Okay, so these four examples. So to find the maximum and minimum item in list of items, so what we have to do here, we have to assign some item list here, minimum and maximum. Okay, so apply the concept, implement the bubble sort. I already taught you bubble sort in 11th standard. Just go through it. If you not understand it, I will repeat it again. Okay, to know how many items in element occurred in the list, that is a frequency of items. If any element, for example, if we are creating list y is equal to a b c c a d, so what is the frequency of a occurring in the list? That is a 3 times, that we have to print in this program. Okay, then 4 is to create employee list. Any employee list you can take from any organization. Just consider for our school, some 5 to 6 employee name you should be assigned to list and search for the particular employee. So these are the very easy question for the practice point of view. Just do it and send me the snapshot, solution snapshot as for the evaluation work. Okay. These are the to find the common items. How we find the common item. This is new concept for you. Just go through it. If you understand it, I will tell you to find the common item in the two list. So here we have to consider the two list. Here already I have taken. Convert them into set. So to find common item, we have to convert list into set. Set is the new concept to you. Set is nothing but it just like the so when we have to perform the intersection, when we have to find out the some common thing between the two, so set is required, that is union. If you know the mathematics, what is meant by A union B? So collection of A and collection of B. Combinedly, we have to consider the A union B. The same concept we are using in the set. So first convert them into the set. So here S1 set L1. So list here converting into the set. Then filter intersection of these two set. So here we are doing the intersection. Okay, that is the common thing. And finally, list will be converted into common, and we are printing the common value. Sorry. Okay, hope you understand. If you not understand, just tell me, I will explain it. This is the last part. It's not essential for your exam. I will just explain you for the future point of view. Set is not the part of your syllabus, but I just give you for the thoroughly knowledge on the Python. Then nested list, how we create the nested list? The list inside the list, that is a nested list, same like a nested if else we already discussed. Once you create the list inside the list, that can be a nested list. Okay, that can be we can create if we are working on the any project in the company and we have to find out the mini list are there. So in that case we can use the nested list concept, the list inside the list. So thank you students. Hope you understand today's video series on the revision on the list. In the next video series I am going to start the tuple revision. After that I will start with the dictionary, then I will start the function. Okay, so first these three video series, that is these are for your the basic revision on the whatever we are studying the concept in the 11th standard. Okay, so do the study, do the practice, and if you have any query, any doubts, just freely to ask me. I am there to help you out. Okay. Okay, thank you. Jai Swaminarayan.